And the Hokies will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. On the option. Turning it on. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Gives it on the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Maybe some room here. The tag! He is in! Touchdown Cougars!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Running inside, it's Charles. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dante Moore escapes the pressure going right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll go play action with Moore. Looking to scramble. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Hokies line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, more. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Cougars. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Charles. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. More to throw for it on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads it left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the feet.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Moore. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
The give on the option. Here's a little room there. Lowers those pads. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Running inside, it's Lacy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. The run inside. It's Charles. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change. This game goes.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing more. Stepping to the right. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Vic. He's got him in the flat. At the 15, he's loose. Gashing the knee on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
On the move. Short gain on the play before he slides. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? To the air on second down. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Houston. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Moore. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They called their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Moore will throw. With the catch, it's Fleming. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Rides the option, he keeps it.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Got a little grass. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. He'll take it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Flying out to the left. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Houston! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dante Moore. Lets it fly. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee.
Defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays, and they're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Makes a move. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. A run for the quarterback. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. Could be an alley. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Pulls it and runs it again. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on.
Snags it and he's open. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. One final play before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Lacey. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Now on the move. There's a crease. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a 1st down. Nice move there on 4th and short. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The option, he'll keep it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Timeout called on defense. 2:05 remaining on the clock, so they're hoping to save a few seconds once we get to the 2-minute mark. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. This quarterback, part of their running game. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Quarterback will keep it.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The run inside. It's Charles. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
More play action. A little release to the back. Stopped at the 27 and well short of the first down marker. Needed to get it to the 30, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Might be calling a hot route. More to throw for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Crosses the 45. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. That is exactly why they called the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Here's more to throw. Gets away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback there. He was able to somehow escape the sack and escape the negative play, but nobody opened downfield, and the end result's an incompletion.
Offense changing the play. In the gun on 3rd down. Moore. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, Moore. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
As so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A first and goal situation. Opening drive masterpiece.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing more. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
And this was looking like such a promising opening drive of the game. They had it down close. They tried to run the ball there on third down, didn't get it. So now it's decision time for the head coach. Do you want to pay this thing off and go for it, get aggressive here, trying to capitalize and score a tutty on the first drive of the game?
More to throw for it on fourth down. Still on his feet. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets this.
Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown Bulldogs!
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
And he pushed it to the right.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Running inside. It's Charles. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore. Moving away from pressure. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Moore. He'll take a shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Finds his big tight end. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Bulldogs looking to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Moore with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Dante Moore. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. More to throw for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Marsh. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Here's more to throw. Rushes on him. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort